Hi guys, welcome to another engaging video. Today we are diving into a controversial subject that has stirred debates within Christian community. Pastor Abel Damina bold stance on prosperity preaching.
None of your prosperity pastors can even smell it, because church is not where we make money. Church is where we know Christ.
Recently, Pastor Damina took a firm jab at Bishop David Oyedepo and other preachers who emphasize prosperity as the key outcome of faith.
People who flow in financial fortune in the kingdom don't ask for it. They just position themselves for it. They do what? They just position themselves for it. They just align with the requirements for its flow. They don't struggle for it.
Pastor Damina took a firm jab at Bishop David Oyedepo and other preachers who emphasize prosperity as the key outcome of faith. According to Abel Damina, God does not make people rich. His argument challenges the traditional prosperity gospel, which often ties financial blessings to practices like tithing and huff. Bishop David Oyedepo, on the other hand, passionately teaches that honoring God through tithes and offerings and giving to his work is a divine pathway to financial abundance. In fact, Bishop David Oyedepo has built a legacy around preaching faith and financial upliftment, which he considers a core aspect of his God-given mandate. Pastor Damina, however, presents a different perspective. He points out examples like Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, who neither pays tithes nor offerings, yet commands unimaginable wealth. Damina's argument raises the question: is financial prosperity purely a result of divine intervention, or is it tied to other principles like hard work, strategy, and innovation? This clash of ideologies between two respected voices in the faith circle has sparked conversations about the true role of faith in financial success. Let's dive deeper into their perspectives and examine the core arguments. Watch the video clips with us as we analyze their statements and share thoughts on this ongoing debate. Stay tuned.
Elon Musk is back to being the richest man on the planet, even after spending 44 billion to buy Twitter, an app, a computer app. I just got that news today, that within a few hours he made $1.6 trillion. Within a few hours, $1.6 trillion. He doesn't pray, he doesn't pay tithe, he doesn't give offering, he's not born again, he doesn't believe in your Christ. None of your prosperity pastors can even smell it.
On a short clip we just watched, Pastor Abel Damina makes a striking illustration using Elon Musk as an example. He points out how that Elon Musk, currently the richest man on earth, has amassed his wealth without paying tithe or offering. Pastor Damina boldly challenges the notion that paying tithe guarantees wealth, asking if there is any pastor who faithfully pays tithe that can claim to be as rich as Elon Musk. This thought-provoking statement raises questions about the connection between financial success and spiritual practices. Let's continue to watch the video.
$1.6 trillion within hours, not weeks, not months, not a year, within a few hours. $1.6 trillion. He doesn't know your Christ, and then you say, I'm coming to church to make money. You'll be as broke, because church is not where we make money. Church is where we know Christ. We make money in the market, we make money in the office, we make money in business places. Am I talking to somebody here? We come to church to know Christ. We come to church to grow in the knowledge of Christ. We come to church for eternal realities. We come to church for eternal value. Then God has given us a level playing ground on earth. We are, all of us enter. Christians, Muslims, pagans, non-believers, atheists will all meet in that field to transact business. And in that place there's knowledge you acquire, and it's not in church you acquire it. That's why you went to university to read business, to read economics, to read accounting. Hey, and if those ones are no more working, you develop a skill in infotech, or you develop a skill in any of the latest things that is working worldwide. You go there and compete and make money. Then you come back here, you keep the money aside, you carry your Bible and your paper. Let's learn Christ. When we finish learning Christ, we go out. We keep Bible and paper first one side. We engage our skill to make money. Then when we come here, we keep money aside. We face Christ. Say, I hear you. Having the best of two worlds. Paul prayed that the eyes of your understanding be enlightened, that you may know the hope of your calling, not that you may know the latest business in London.
Pastor Abel Damina continues to stand his ground, emphasizing that God does not make anyone rich. He argues that the primary purpose of coming to church is to learn about Christ and deepen our spiritual lives, not to focus on wealth creation. This teaching directly contrasts with what Bishop David Oyedepo passionately advocates. Bishop Oyedepo strongly believes that following God's principles such as tithing, offerings, and sowing into the kingdom open doors for divine financial blessing. For him, prosperity is not just an earthly desire but a manifestation of God's promises to his children. Now let's turn to Bishop Oyedepo and hear his response to Pastor Damina's assertion.
Seek ye first, and I'll give you an entrance into that heavenly kind of wealth that has no comparison on the earth. Solomon didn't get there by struggles. He got there by putting God first. And Solomon loved the Lord. And Solomon loved the Lord. He got there by putting God first. And in verse 13, God said, I have also given thee that thou hast not asked. I have an obligation to give to all my lovers supernatural abundance. You don't have to ask me for it. It's my covenant obligation. For eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, it has entered the heart of any man, the things that God has reserved for them that love Him. People who flow in financial fortune in the kingdom don't ask for it. They just position themselves for it. They do what? They just position themselves for it. They just align with the requirements for its flow. They don't struggle for it. I'm sure you have been in this church for quite some time. We are yet to raise the first prayer point on finance. And I mean from inception. From inception. From inception. In case you don't believe anybody's story, you have been in church, you have been hearing it. There is no private prayer point that the pastors are praying. And you say we have some financial engine room prayer warriors. No. But why is it flowing? Don't tell me it's because of the mammoth attendance. When the attendance was 6, it was flowing. When it was 30, it was flowing. We have never borrowed once. So is it the number? No. It's the light. It's not the number. It is what? The light.
From the clip we just watched, Bishop David Oyedepo draws an example from the Bible pointing to King Solomon, a man God made wealthy because of his unwavering love and devotion. According to Oyedepo, when an individual aligns themselves with the love of God, financial abundance naturally flows in. This view starkly contrasts with Pastor Abel Damina's perspective, which attributes financial success to hard work, strategy, and innovation rather than divine blessing. Pastor Damina even goes as far as to claim that Abraham's wealth in the Bible was the result of what he described as dubious business practices rather than God's intervention. Looking at this from a scriptural standpoint, Bishop Oyedepo's argument is rooted in 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 13, when God explicitly tells Solomon, moreover, I will give you what you have not asked for, both wealth and honor, so that in your lifetime you will have no equal among kings. This verse undeniably supports the idea that God can and does bestow wealth as a blessing. On the other hand, Pastor Damina's point challenges believers to consider the principles of diligence, creativity, and effort in achieving financial success rather than relying solely on spiritual practices. Both perspectives raise important questions about the role of faith and effort in prosperity. While scripture does highlight instances of divine blessing, it also emphasizes hard work in blessings like Proverbs 14:23. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. What are your thoughts on Pastor Abel Damina's assertion that God does not make someone rich? Do you align more with his views, or do you resonate with Bishop David Oyedepo's perspective on divine prosperity? Kindly share your thoughts on the comment section below. If you are not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to access our future videos. Like and share this video for more persons to view it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.